No. Noelle decided to squeal right when I hit live.
Perfect timing.
Well, now we know what that button does.
Noelle, you're all right. Go watch your cartoons. She's got PBS Kids on, and she's not satisfied.
Aw.
You are not late. Pronoun.
Don't worry. We literally just started, so.
We're going live now.
Oh, wow,
right.
Laura. Doing a 12-hour write-a-thon.
Ooh, fun.
Those are fun.
Well, as I said on Amber's stream, the unique thing about Nano this year is day one, you could actually have a 25-hour write-a-thon.
Truth.
I feel like I got a no-sleep hangover from just being on the stream with Bug and Matilda on their 24-hour thing. Because Matilda still got 30K done. Like, together, they actually wrote 50K. Like, if you added them together. But if you can imagine, Matilda wrote 30K on Sunday.
Nice.
How?
I feel dared.
We had Spence in the chat, but now she's on screen, so. We have Devin here. It's not a stream without Devin. Hello.
Hello to the Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Hello, Laura. And good luck with your 12-hour write-a-thon. Yay, torture. And hello, Pronoun. Noelle, you're all right? Go watch your cartoons.
And Laura, we really did start feeling complicit towards the end of it because we were all like, you can stop at any time. You chose to do this. We felt like we were complicit in the torture of two people. Like,
My freaking hands are all sticky.
we're fine. We can move this over to our channels.
You know, the chat doesn't have context for that, Meadow.
Oh, yeah.
Right before we started, I was opening a bottle of sparkling grape juice. And it spewed everywhere. And I got it all over my hands and my sweater. Like,
Meadow opened a happy little bottle.
yeah. I wasn't expecting it to spray everywhere because it has just been sitting on my counter for a couple days and, like, not been touched at all. So, like,
when I haven't been touched at all, and
normally they don't spray unless they've been shaken first. Okay, don't. Just don't. But I'm all sticky. Why you gotta make everything dirty?
Because I'm here and Jason's here and the two of us together is just bad news.
oh, Spence will egg us on too.
Oh, no.
We have a new person. So
Hey,
hello.
Padgett.
Hey, Padgett.
Hey, Padgett.
I recognize that name.
I have not seen you on my channel before, so hello and welcome.
Welcome to Meadow After Dark.
You mean your hands are not sticky with the blood of a child? No, my
Not
child
yet.
is still alive. OMG, Jason, I am dead. I had to listen to You'll Be Back on repeat before this because of you, Meadow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was singing it for the whole rest of the day after that stream, so. Oh my God, Noelle. Quiet yourself.
Hey, Shay.
Hi.
Hey, 1,000 subscriber Shay.
Congratulations.
Oh, I didn't know that happened.
Morning.
Congratulations.
It's not just Shay with the hobbies, it's Shay with 1,000 subs.
Sorry, my freaking sweater's all wet.
CB, every time you give numbers, like, I am just astounded.
Yeah,
My
that's not.
current total is like 950, so.
I got 0. I'm still outlining.
I
Where
don't
am
even
I?
know how to count what I'm doing because I'm reading a lot and I don't have a. I think I'm doing a NaNoWriMo.
I'm just over 5K, but oh my goodness. Like, I want it to be where you guys see me.
My kiddo had no interest in me whatsoever until 2 minutes ago, and now she wants all the attention. So I was trying to work, but she was being really clingy this morning. And so I took my laptop to sit on the couch while she was watching cartoons and stuff. And so I'm sitting there trying to work on my laptop, and she just wants to snuggle and snuggle and snuggle. And as soon as I like get my arm free and I'm typing, and she's like, "No, hold your hand, arm me on your arm," and like needs my arm. And I'm like, "This is really cute, but like I actually need to do things right now."
Why can't you do that like before bedtime?
I know, right? Like I'll give you like a solid hour, 2 hours even of just mommy time if you like wait until then.
I looked out pretty well today. My 6-year-old is like right over there playing Minecraft for the first time in 3 days. So he's occupied.
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft on my Nintendo Switch lately. I go through phases where I like will play constantly for weeks, and then I won't play for like 6 months, and then I'm like, oh, I want to play Minecraft. I haven't played in a while, and then I will play constantly for weeks.
It's like all he's interested in right now is Legos and Minecraft, which is just video game Legos.
Laura is at 4,027 so far for Nano. So you're on track then, because it's day 3, and I think we need to be at 5,000, 5,001. So
Actually, I have the site open. So by the end of today, we're supposed to be at 5,001.
yeah, so you're on track. You'll finish and be right on schedule. And probably if you're doing the 12-hour write-a-thon and it's only hour 3, then you'll definitely be like well above schedule.
Oh yeah, you get that, no problem.
CD says it's a fanfic writing out of order, and it basically writes itself. Huh. It's like, I know it's so sweet, but then I think, but Farmer, one day you will wish she would give you hugs and snugs, and then I'm like, okay, and that's why my word counts are either like 9K or 41. And awesome, Laura. Yep. That's what I'm like with Mario Kart. I haven't played Mario Kart in a while either. We got it on the Switch. So when we got our Switch, because they kept being sold out during the start of quarantine, like we couldn't get one anywhere. And then finally, the Fred Meyer near us got one in stock, and Jordan was like, "Yep, I'm getting it." Like, because we'd been wanting to get one, and he went into the store to get our money order to pay our rent, and the customer service is right next to the electronics section. So he looked over, saw they had him in stock, and he brought one home with him.
Mr. Spence really likes the video games, so we have quite a collection. We have every Nintendo console so far and every PS4 console so far. Not handhelds. So we've had the Switch for a year. Since it came out, he says.
I got the PlayStation floor. Yep. Thanks, Brain. The PlayStation 4, right, like 2 months after it came out. I got it for Jordan for Christmas. Like our first Christmas that we were married.
They're sturdy little things. Like he just took ours like completely apart to clean it out. Because there was like literally baked dust this thick in there, and it's like it was bad. It was not as bad as my sister's PS3. That was a nightmare.
We still have our PS3 that Jordan had before we got married.
What?
And I don't really play on it anymore.
Mr. Spence says my sister's PS3 smelled like a ferret's cage.
Oh god. CV got a Nintendo Switch for their birthday.
That's awesome.
No.
I got a very visceral reaction for that.
Full disclosure, I would like to take off my sweater, but I am not wearing a bra, so. the thought of that makes me slightly uncomfortable. Laura had a PS2 and a Wii. DDR mats for the PS2 are great. And CB has a Wii and a GameCube in their room, and the other two are in the living room.
I've been hearing so much about this Nintendo Switch, and I have no money, so I've been thinking about getting my old Super NES out because I still have it. Being like, I could play Nintendo too.
Yeah, we have our Nintendo 64 like still hooked up to our TV. And we have 2 copies of Mario Party 1 because I thought we lost it, and so we bought a new one, and then turns out we didn't.
Yeah, we actually have a Wii, but I don't know where the hubby put it.
I don't know. The Super Nintendo was actually freaking awesome.
It was.
I mean, Super Mario World? Hello?
I wouldn't mind getting a Wii because I liked playing Wii Sports. Like, I would get a whole ass Wii just to play Wii Sports.
See, I really liked the Wii U, but I think I was the only person on the planet who did.
I never played on it or anything, so I have no experience with it.
See, we made the mistake of getting a restaurant, and so all of our fun money completely evaporated. So, like, we bought a Wii, and then nothing. We have treated ourselves to nothing since.
Before I moved to this flat, I had a Nintendo 64 and an SNES.
Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay, got it. And I also have a mini NES. I used to have a Game Boy that was like a square, and you opened it, and all it had was like the bumpers and the arrow buttons and the joystick on one side.
So I had the Game Boy Color.
I had the classic Game Boy. The brick.
I did too.
I wasn't allowed to have video games when I was young.
I wasn't either, but my grandma for Christmas one year got me and my older sister the Game Boy Color and got us each one game for it. And so my mom was like, okay, fine. Since your grandma got it for you, you can have just that. So I had that for a while.
See, I was allowed to have any toy that kept me quiet and kept me from bleeding, because I was that kid that would find a way to skin my knee or elbow doing anything. So I was just constantly bleeding as a child, and they're like, this makes you sit down in front of the television and be quiet. We love you. Thank you. Thank you for getting this.
Growing up, my grandma had the only video game consoles I had. So she had the Nintendo 64 and she had a Sega Genesis. So for my birthday this year, my husband bought me the box set of like every Sega Genesis game, and I've been played like so much Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh my goodness. See, this is where I can really age myself, because my grandfather bought me a ColecoVision back in the day, which was like before the Famicom was brought into the United States. It was the only way to play Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers. Like, they weren't even Super yet. They were just brothers.
I play on Jordan's Nintendo 3DS a lot sometimes, like, because I got Pac-Man for that, so I play that a lot on there.
I never played Atari, but I did play Intellivision.
Yeah.
Hello, Sid. Jordan's been watching we
have an Atari too.
I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a documentary series thing about video games on Netflix that
the games that made us.
Maybe that might be. I don't know. He was watching it, and the first episode was all about Atari and like the first video game tournament and like all that stuff. So
yeah, my sister had an Atari, and we felt fancy. But we lived out in the boondocks in Tennessee then, so we were kind of fancy. We had indoor plumbing. I'm old, people. I'm old.
And the first console I ever had in my house was the PS2, and my boyfriend gave it to me, and my dad was like so mad. He was like, you guys gave me a TV for my birthday, and he gave me the console, so
You enabled this to happen.
My brother-in-law, when he moved in with us when I was in high school, he had a Xbox 360, and I played on that a lot.
I just remember all the wires and hookups you had to do just to make those old machines attached to the TV.
You remember having to have a screwdriver? Oh my goodness, like the really old ones, they had to hook up to the UHF in because they tricked it into thinking that it was an antenna signal. So you actually had to unscrew where the antenna would hook in and put it in and screw back in so it could connect in there. Oh god, I'm old.
No, I remember all the little hoops and bells and whistles, and they're like, "Yeah, this is just how you do it," and it's just like, really, you can't figure out anything better.
And now you just have one cord that you plug in.
Yeah, now it's just the HDMI cable. Click, done.
So satisfying.
And my TV automatically switches inputs if the PlayStation gets turned on. So I was watching a movie last night, and Noelle turned on the PlayStation, and it turned off my movie. Like,
Well done.
God damn it.
Little shit.
Well done. Brava. Bravissima.
Bravi, bravi, bravissime.
Don't get me singing Phantom, please. Please don't.
All right.
Where in the world have you been hiding?
I'm not a soprano, but I will pretend. And you
Sprint.
will also.
Sprint. We're gonna do that now. And you know what I did? I already have one ready.
Nice.
Woohoo!
I don't normally have that, so. And this one is nice because it doesn't have an obnoxious alarm. It has some like soft, gentle music instead as the alarm. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that's one sprint over with. God, my freaking mouse is all sticky now too. Just don't.
That's okay. You should see the conversation I'm having with Jenny. It's bad. I may have created the nickname for a character, the Sodomizer F-150.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh my.
Well, at the start of that sprint, I decided I was going to take off my sweater. And I was like, oh, I've got this basket of laundry right here that I washed this morning, and I know I have a bra in there. So I took my sweater and my shirt off, and I was grabbing my bra, and construction workers came onto my back.
What is it about like people coming to do things at your house and you being in a state of undress?
I know.
This is why you've started to write romance novels.
Basically, my life today was the start of a porno.
If only. Oh wait, sorry. No.
But I am fully clothed now, so.
So I'm sitting back going through the book trying to figure out whether I'm going to use some of the standard abilities that would be available at each level or create new ones, because there's some that are similar to what I want to have happen, and I'm like, is it close enough or just make a new one? And I'm probably going to end up making new ones, because similar is not close enough.
All right, well, how did everybody do on that sprint? So.
I got some popcorn, a new cup with my favorite phrase on it, and some outlining done.
Can't read the cup. Do not spew profanities. I enunciate them clearly like a fucking lady.
I love that.
Damn straight.
So I got roped into 2 conversations, and I have ironically written more in those 2 conversations than I have in the rest of Nano.
I got popcorn said.
With chopsticks.
And Reese's.
Aha.
Pronoun read 7 pages. Nice. And Laura had to name 4 characters, which took forever. And then 235 was stuck naming characters, but now there is some dialogue, and we are on our way to the Oracle Complex.
Woohoo!
And Padgett is laughing at my suffering.
I like to pretend that the names that I'm picking are fine, but it's like a lot of random generator stuff and weird thoughts that go through my head. So do better than me, Laura, and you'll be fine.
Stevie got 582, nice. And then shared a line with us. I grabbed Agents 6 and 7 by their arms and flew down towards the Freedom Tower. I hadn't flown in a very long time. ...
Bum, bum, bum.
Noelle, what is going on? So my
fighting for her
neighbors,
mother's honor.
my neighbors that shared this wall right here with me, moved out a couple weeks ago, and so the landlord is like got people in there doing refreshing and fixing things and whatnot before they can get new tenants in, and so she's probably screeching at the construction workers through the front window.
Hey, I would be too.
Little kids are no different than dogs, I swear.
Yeah.
It happened
No,
again.
you're really not.
It happened again where the 6-year-old ran out on the deck and was yelling at the squirrels in the yard to get out of the yard. It's his yard.
God help the world if my dog sees a turtle in the yard. She goes just crazy, and they can't move that fast. And so, like, the entire time they're in the yard, she's just losing her mind. Like, what are you doing? Get out of the yard. And turtles don't care. Like, you can't let it do what you want. If she actually gets it mad enough that it actually turtles up and just sits there, and then she like completely freaks out because weird creature turned into a rock and loses her freaking mind.
It's so precious.
And then you have to go get the turtle and move it because she will not leave you alone, because she's just like, evil monster thing turned into a rock. Fix it. She just claws at you. It's the weird rock monster that's in the yard.
That's funny, though. Laura shared a passage. Through the arching entrance they marched. The inside was just as grand. Statues of the 8 elder gods towered over them all. Their tentacles, crustacean-like bodies of some, ethereal floating qualities all conveyed.
Nice.
Farmer got said, yeah, I seriously got 98, and you know why. Do I, though? Metatron hasn't flown in a long time because he's the voice of God.
This is true. He's also like bigger than the planet in most versions of the story, so he can just kind of like be where he wants to be.
And
there's a reason. There's a reason angels open with "Don't freak out."
And then Penumbra got 556 in the last hour. So awesome. I finished the chapter that I was editing, and then, or that was after I was mortified. And then I finished the chapter, and then I went to my project for Nano, and I wrote 42 words.
The meaning of life. You have found it.
You know, the thing that happened to Meadow before the stream started with the sparkling wine is actually a great opening image for a porno, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yep, my life today is a porno. I spray sparkling grape juice all over myself, and then
I'm sorry,
when I have to change, that's when the construction worker shows up and sees me half naked. So.
I'm sorry, Mr. Construction Worker, but I spilled sparkling cider all over me, and I had to change my clothes.
It exploded down my chest.
Oh God! Okay, I need to make sure I mark this as not safe for children.
Technically, I just talked about spilling beverages. I didn't say anything like truly naughty.
Mr. Spence
and I
just,
said what the beverage
messaged
did.
Me from the other room, like, what did you just say?
It's becoming pink again. Fear not is the most commonly repeated phrase in the Bible, I think.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yes.
This should be an 11 p.m. stream.
You know what the problem with the 11 p.m. streams are? I'm asleep.
Yes, that's why I wanted to do this one, because I was going to just do the 11 p.m. ones and not do my normal Tuesday, but then I was like, but I like streaming with Jace, so I'm going to do 2 on Tuesday.
And I've been falling asleep at like 9 o'clock this week, which is so backwards for me.
It's good and bad, because like you're getting the proper amount of sleep at the proper times, but you're also not wanting to be asleep. So
yeah. I kind of want to go back to being asleep, to like waiting till 5 a.m. to go to bed and then getting up at 9. But I knew that wasn't sustainable.
It's in over 300 times.
I think it's supposed to be in there.
Oh, yeah, it's in there over 300 times, yeah.
Yeah, the first documented occurrence of the Metatron in literature, his first words are, "You shall not die," because the person was so freaked out they were literally in the process of dying when they saw him, and his first recorded words were, you shall not die."
Look, calm down, bruh.
Stop. You're
Stop
fine?
freaking out. You're fine. You're not gonna die right now. Like, calm down. I can't think of Metatron in any other way than what's on Supernatural, so yeah. CB says I really need to go watch Dogma again.
I love that movie.
Such a good movie.
I have not seen it.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's like they tear apart and glorify Christianity at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a weird balance, but it works.
It does, because it refers to a lot of texts that a lot of people haven't read, and really goes after the structure of everything, like predominantly Catholicism, which basically dogmaed itself a couple months ago. So, like, it's broken. It's not fixable.
I thought Metatron was a transformer.
I need to watch that again too, CB. It's been a minute.
Metatron is the scribe of God, like the right hand man, kind of like God's secretary, basically his assistant.
Metatron is the angel that took over when Lucifer fell, and the name actually is Greek. It means the one before the throne.
No, that's Megatron. Metatron equals Alan Rickman.
He could be the voice of God. How would we know?
One role I really liked Alan Rickman in was he does a really good job playing the robot from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
He does.
But I wish there had been more of the book lines in that movie, like that scene in the book where he gets mad at the door for being so happy. Like they didn't have that in the movie, but I just can imagine Alan Rickman saying like that whole scene, and I'm just like, yes, that makes me so happy inside.
Yes. He is the voice of Marvin in my head from now until the end.
Yes. And if they ever remake that movie, they have to get somebody that can do a good Alan Rickman impression to play Marvin. So.
Agreed.
Or Alan Tudyk. That's his name, Alan, right? Wash from Firefly. He does some. He does some amazing voice acting.
Oh, he does.
Okay. All right. I think we should do another sprint because we've only done one so far and we're already almost an hour in. All right.
Oh my God. Charlie EXE has stopped responding.
Did you watch that link I sent you? That's the song that started going through my head.
Yeah, I did.
Ralph Fiennes to do it?
Ray Fiennes? It's
Ray.
Pronounced Ray.
Yeah.
Why would it be pronounced Ray? That is not how Ray is spelled.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Oh, Rafe. Okay.
Because it's the proper British pronunciation.
I thought you guys were just saying Ray, like R-A-Y, Ray. And I'm like, excuse me.
Yeah, the LPH is silent.
Well, it is an English word. That would not be unheard of. We too like our silent letters.
And French too.
Oh my God, French is the only language where you can have a 26-letter word and it's pronounced "oo."
All right, let's do this sprint. 3, 2, 1, go. I was listening to other music and I didn't notice right away. But it's fine.
It was a cool ending.
I just noticed that I had like 2 clashing songs and I was like, wait a minute, what's happening?
It's when I threw in my beatboxing that it really got your attention.
Yeah. So how did everybody do?
I had lunch.
I rolled out pie crust.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, you win.
I am counseling a friend with relationship issues. Well, not relationship, possible relationship, but
Like what you do with me all the time.
more like she's a fiery Aries and he's a flaky Aquarius, and she's trying to figure out if he actually is into her or if he's playing her.
Mm.
But the
See,
thing
that's-
is,
I was just thinking that's what makes the relationship between me and my hubby good, because we're both Scorpios and we just staked our territory and went, "You're not leaving." Well, you're not leaving either. Fine.
you know what? That works.
That's so wholesome.
Okay, during that sprint, we had Heather join us. We had Sherry join us. I did go to your live stream earlier today, Sherry, just for a little bit, and then I had stuff I had to do outside the home. But I did go for a while, and I liked it and everything. And Kat joined us, and Elbreth
I love that
joined
name.
us. And Penumbra just got the notification for the stream to 68 minutes late. And Rosalind.
See, I just
joined
get
us.
everybody's
Hello.
notifications like right on time. Like I'll get the 30 minutes till, then right on time. It's like, man, YouTube must know I don't do anything outside my house.
I'm happy if I get a notification before it's over, because my notifications usually show up about 20 minutes after it's done.
One issue I've been having lately is, well, the last few days is what I mean by lately is I will go to YouTube and I'll search Nano and filter for live, and it'll have like, oh, this person's live, and I'll click on it and it's not live anymore, but
Right.
why does it still say it's live? Like, I want actual live streams, not live streams that ended 2 hours ago.
And they can't keep saying that we're really taking live seriously when they're obviously not.
Let's see. Rose says, I have a silly idea. Can we start a research stream where we can ask questions for other people to look up? I'm tired of trying to figure something out. The internet is not being helpful.
Devin, would you like to start streaming? That sounds like a perfect stream for you to run.
Yeah.
Because you know where everything is.
Devin can locate everything.
Yeah, pretty
Except
much.
my album.
And yes, Joyce is asking, what are you looking up? Because maybe it's something that somebody on his screen here can help you with.
She put it in, and I don't know the answer.
Oh, yeah. I don't know either.
Cats.
I actually need more input on that, like, time period empire population, because Persian marriage customs, there were several nation states in that region.
So yeah, you need a specific area.
Yeah,
and
so you need to narrow that down.
Yeah, you need to narrow it down to a more specific time period and location.
Yeah, because like the Parthians would be doing one thing, and I mean, there's a lot of different moving parts there.
Laura was listening to the Rogue One soundtrack.
Ooh, that's really good.
Pronoun read several more pages. And Devin had supper. And CB wrote 364 and a sneeze. And sneezed, maybe? Sherry did 409 words. Laura did 259 words. CB Before you make a ridiculously foolish decision, young man, he began sternly. Spare me the lecture, Metatron. I've heard it from Pepper. I've heard it from Rhodey. I've heard it from everyone, okay? I can't be what everyone thinks they need me to be. And then CB said BRB, so yay. Christina's here, just got the notification, which is unusual, but I'm happy to be here. Well, I'm happy you're here. Penumbra did 369. He didn't answer until she shook him. How many? Reading her mind, he shook his head. My lady, there are not enough for the ship pets. They will remain here and die if the ship is swarmed. And Devin said, I'm a research addict. The live search shows anything in the last 24 hours. Yeah, well, that's really annoying because I just want stuff that's currently live, not stuff that was live in the last 24 hours. And I don't have to go through and click on all of them to find out that they're not live anymore. Because I like the interactions of live streams. I don't like watching the replays generally unless I missed a conversation that I think is valuable that I want to go watch. I don't generally like the replays. I like to interact when it's actually live. It's for fantasy novels, so I guess I'm just trying to be too general. Yeah. Devin's never written a sneeze.
I would look up Mazdaism. That would have been the predominant religion in the area. Their religion was very, very strict, and I do believe that it involved a lot of special garments, and similar to a Hindu wedding ceremony. I believe they walked around a fire, but that would have been a very prominent religion in that period for a long period of time that you should be able to find easy stuff on.
And I will walk around the fire.
Newsies online, like Newsies the musical.
Hello, Newsies.
Hello, Newsies. You're new to my channel, so welcome, and I'm glad you're here.
Left up number, sorry.
And CB returned. I know sneezing is illegal these days. Just Eva's here. Hello,
Hey, Eva.
Eva.
Yo.
Yeah, I get stuff that's super old sometimes when I do the live search. I'm like, no, I want stuff that's live right now. Come on.
And the thing that gets really annoying is, you know how they indicate over on the side if the channels you follow are live? Half the time, those are either a lie or they just don't show up when they're live. They fix it.
Penumbra, I want a t-shirt that says, it's allergies, not COVID. Say bless you. Yeah, so when everything first shut down, I think it was April-ish, and I was at the grocery store shopping, and I got dust or something, or I can't remember what it was, but something hair or something tickled my nose and made me sneeze. And I was wearing a mask, and the lady in line next to me looked like I was trying to murder her. And I'm like, it's just a sneeze, and I'm wearing a mask. You're fine, don't worry.
I apologize for the face. It had nothing to do with with what you were saying. My father has discovered memes and texting.
Oh, no.
And since they're in quarantine right now, when I see that, Dad texted, I need to see what this is real quick, just in case. No, he found some funny memes that he wanted to share. Yay.
My dad got an iPad for his birthday, I think, or Father's Day, a couple of ages ago, and he's been finally figuring out how to use Facebook. So his feed is nothing but memes and nothing but hippie jargon. It's amazing. Every day as I scroll through and check my Facebook, I'm okay, what's Dad posting today? Okay, Dad is still living in the hippie days. That's actually a funny meme about Winnie the Pooh eating somebody.
My dad is a retired trucker, which, if you know many truckers, tells you everything you need to know about him. He has a very rarefied sense of humor.
So when I'm searching for live, I will type in NaNoWriMo and click search, and then you click filter, and I click on the option that says live, and then it filters to find live. Except for not really, because it finds me stuff that is no longer live.
And it really doesn't seem to care what other word you put in there with it, because I notice it gives like weird sports ball lives from around the world when I do it, no matter what word I put in there. Like as soon as I click the live thing, it's like, oh, they're doing this cricket thing in India right now. Would you like to watch? No.
Yeah, and I get stuff sometimes where I'll type in NaNoWriMo and I'll just filter live, and it'll find stuff that has nothing to do with writing at all. And I'm like, this isn't what I searched for. Like, it's not even in the keywords.
You're owned by Google. Do better. There's a search engine that works right down the hall. Just ask them to borrow it.
Devin, I am everywhere.
This we know.
I've been trying to, because one thing I like to do for Nano is because so many more people are doing live streams during Nano than they normally would. I find a lot of newer people that, like newer to me, people that don't like normally do live streams and stuff. So that's why I like to do the NaNoWriMo filter live and try to find live streams so I can like interact with people I haven't interacted with before. But like there was a stream yesterday when I was ending my live stream last night. There was only one live stream for Nano, but it was entirely in Spanish, and I do not speak Spanish. So
that's cool. I didn't even consider like Nano in other languages. I mean, I don't know why I didn't consider it, but
it was cool. And like if I spoke Spanish, then I would have like watched it. But I had it open for a little while and liked, but I didn't really say anything because everybody in the chat was speaking Spanish, and the guy like had his document up on the screen and was like writing on screen, and that was entirely in Spanish, and he was speaking in Spanish, and I'm just like, yeah, I have no idea what's going on right now because I do not speak this language.
I may start doing sprints in German. I've been asked, and so I've been trying to brush up, because apparently there aren't any that many in the German language.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jordan speaks German. I can have him come chat with you.
I don't know if I am going to do it or not, because that feels like a lot of pressure, because I have not spoken German publicly for a long time. But I'm just saying, I know there's a market out there. So if you are multilingual, there is a market for it.
Let's see. Pronoun says they found 3 new to them yesterday. I found quite a few people that were new to me yesterday. So I'm subscribed to a bunch of new to me people. So yay. I have a friend who streams in Hindi. Ooh.
That's cool.
I do not speak Hindi either. So
that's one of the languages on my list. It was supposed to be after Japanese, but I'm this close to giving up on Japanese.
Eva said the Melanin chat has the same start time as yours. I rarely get Tuesday afternoons free, but I tend to go there, then here when I'm a boot on the tubes. Like it starts at the same time as like this stream started, because
I think the nighttime.
I don't get to go to it if it does. Well, I don't get to go to it either way. Because I'll be doing my own stream. But okay, I don't understand where the feature thing is. So on YouTube, when you're searching for something and you type in the search bar, you type in what you're looking for, and then there's like a little, here, let me actually, okay, underneath the search bar, like at the top of the page, there's a thing that says filter, and it has like little, like, not, what is that thing called? Like the counter thing that you slide the beads back and forth?
An abacus?
An abacus, yeah. It looks like a little abacus type symbol. and it says filter, and you click on that, and then it drops down a bunch of things, and then on the fourth column, fourth from the left, features, and it's the top one, it says live, and you click on that, and it'll show you all the things that have that, whatever you searched, that are live or apparently have been live within the last 24 hours.
Does anybody know what Tamara's really big news was? Because she said on one of her live streams that there was going to be really big news during the Halloween write-in thingy, and then I watched the whole thing, and either it was something I already knew and it didn't seem like big news to me, or they forgot to say it, or I completely missed it.
I don't know. Yes, but theirs isn't a writing stream. Oh, okay.
Yeah, as far as like Tamara and Caro and Dana and them go, they were last Nano, they were like the shit.
Yeah.
And now they're like there's like 100 times more streamers.
Yeah.
Than
honestly,
there were last year.
I haven't really felt, so far anyways, I haven't really felt the same level of community as I felt last year. Same. In the sense of like having a really populated stream and then everybody like hops to the next one and hops at like the stream.
That's because it's so big. Yeah. It's so big and widespread, and you know there's 5 streams going at a time, so it's now like going, it used to be like going to a small town fair, and now it's like going to Disney World.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
That's a really good analogy.
Jace is really good at analogies. Like,
that's what I appreciate about
it. Shocks me sometimes.
Hello, Stephanie.
Oh, it's not a premium feature. Here, let me just do a thing. Okay. So you type in your thing. So NaNoWriMo, search, and then right here, open, filter, and then it's features, and you click on live, and then that's an ad, but it'll show you like this person is apparently live. Oh, look, I'm live.
No, you're not.
And like, see, here's all the live streams that showed up with except for this one doesn't say NaNoWriMo anywhere in any of this stuff.
Nope.
So, like, what the fuck?
But I might pick that one because that one looks cool.
Relax, study, work. Right. It does say writers. So, but it's music, radio, 24/7. Relax, study, work, writers. So, but yeah, that's how you do it. And then these are all the people that I'm subscribed to that are live. This one is not a writing channel, but all these ones are, these 3. So,
yeah, Eva, I agree. The community vibe just is not the same.
It's just not feeling the same as it was last year.
It was a small, close-knit group last time, and this time it's a horde. It's a crowd.
I also think with everything going on, I think everybody's just fried from this year. And so the enthusiasm that we had last year, we just can't bring back this year because there just isn't the energy for it.
But it's not like a horde in like a bad evil sense. It's just that
there's just
too many.
So many, yeah.
Not just so many streams, but too many people needing streams to actually herd them together.
Yeah.
To form a community. So it's just a lot of little tiny bitty groups.
Yeah.
Just floating around, and there's just no sense of.
What we need is we got to get somebody that can coordinate, like always having a stream, and they like, and having them all at the same time, but like one after the other, and then everybody.
I was actually thinking about that earlier. That would be really fun to just, because I really like those days when they do the weekend events and stuff, and you just load up the playlist and it's just there all day. I was actually thinking about that earlier today, that would be lovely. Like, it's time to start my work day, and just put that on.
Just put that on.
Let it carry me through. Like, that would be wonderful.
Plus, a lot of the people that I went to streams of last year are not doing streams, or they haven't done it yet. So I feel like I'm missing out on something. Like, it just feels like something's missing because, like, a lot of the streams that I used last year are not happening.
Agreed.
Like, Alana from Romania, she streamed every weekday night or morning for her, but night for me. And I went to those every single time, and she hasn't done any yet. And I'm like missing them.
Well, Eva, let's talk to Devin because Devin literally watches all the streams. So Devin can organize the AuthorTube Awards. Devin, we're giving you homework. Like, you don't have to present. We can figure out the presentation, but you literally know like everyone who's doing it.
Right.
So yeah, that would be fun.
Too many collaborations and too many seeing it as competition. Yeah. I don't know. It's just not feeling the same. And
well, I mean, I hate to call it like bad actors on like their parts, but it's like the society we live in that make it almost desperate to need like more viewers and stuff.
Yeah.
So when other people are just quickly pulling ahead and you're just like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, I think there's some of that.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of people that need the viewers, and it's just not coming because there's so many extra people.
I'm not going to say who, but like, I really felt that like when I hit 200 subs, I got DMs from 5 different people saying, who do you think you are to have that many subs? And I'm just like, I have no power over this. Like, it's not like I'm paying for them, you know, like, well, I mean, I'm paying StreamYard, so I'm kind of paying for them, but you know, that's beside the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just so weird because like, I'm an idiot who does talkie on the internet and people subscribe. That's what I think I am. But
Same.
like that's when I felt the competition, the weird competition vibe for me just really click in, because it was just like, what do you mean, who do I think I am? Like, I'm an idiot who flaps his mouth parts.
Penumbra says the Nano official streams are being poorly handled by the newest interns, and sometimes they just get annoying, like those Instagram
Visco girls.
Girls. I miss last year's people who were so much more friendly and more engaging beyond the giggling.
Yeah.
What the heck is a Visco girl?
Oh, if you don't know, just count yourself as lucky. It's an annoying thing what is happening.
Yes, I also like streams with people that love to.
I'm asking what a Visco girl is because it's the new thing all the kids are talking about, and I have no idea what it is.
Except like 2 of the kids are older than you.
So,
yes, but I literally live on the internet because I live
so do I, and that's why this is so frustrating.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but I just got a sense. I mean, just like, remember back when it was like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie with A Simple Life? Just think of that translated 10 years down the road.
Reincarnation of Valley Girl.
Okay.
So wrong.
I do appreciate a good Valley Girl, though.
So yeah, they're just the next wave of the dumb, entitled, spoiled rich girls.
So like when they make the new updated Emma, it'll be about a Visco girl instead of a Valley Girl.
We have another person that joined us. Caitlin.
Hello, Caitlin.
I don't think I've seen you on one of my streams before, so welcome. Hello, I'm glad you're here. No, but not quite mob wives or dance moms.
I put a link in the private chat for you if you want to watch like a really funny video about how Visco girls don't exist.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
And in so
I will
doing,
watch
I'll
that
explain to
after
you
my.
what one is.
I will watch that after my 4-hour video dissecting Nikocado avocado. Like, that is what I am doing with my day.
Wait, you're making it or you're watching it?
I am watching it. I am
Yeah,
watching.
I watched a video about Nikocado the other day, and I'm like, I don't know why people watch this person, because like there's really toxic stuff going on.
Yeah, this is like a 4-hour and 40-minute video breaking down all of it. That is just why I got the popcorn.
Devin?
Oh my god. Devin explained the summer in just one.
The Real Housewives of OtherTube.
That's kind of my Wednesday and Friday stream, because not everyone, but quite a few of the people that are on there regularly, we're all housewives on OtherTube. So I sit around dishing. So
I'm happy with the people that I get in my streams, because I get consistently pretty much the same people every time. They're all really nice.
Yep.
And
Same.
for the most part, all like interact with me on the streams and with each other very well. So thank you everybody who's here, because most of you usually come to my streams like regularly. So you guys are great. I love you all. Shout out to you guys.
I'm
making the heart sign.
And like, Charlie, when you first got on camera with me, and you're like, "Oh, I'm starstruck to be on here," and I'm like, I was so shocked because you've got like more subscribers than me, so like I always envision like I'm more starstruck by you because you're like bigger channel than me.
Dude, when I first got on and started doing stuff with y'all, it was just like, oh my goodness, guess what? I streamed with Jason Meadow tonight. Like, I was like bouncing around the house, and then he was like, those people you watch all the time. I was like, yeah, you were on camera with them. Yes. Like, I was dancing around. Like,
I did that too.
Yeah,
I did that too.
Really?
Yes.
You were awesome.
But I'm so lame, and I have like a handful of subscribers.
Meadow and Amber especially. Like, I was watching a Kate Kavanaugh stream, and she linked to Amber's live stream, and that was the first time I ever like saw the bigger parts of AuthorTube, like beyond just like Jenna and Kate, and then it's like dive right into Amber. And I don't know if you were on that one, but like you and Amber were just the nicest people I'd ever met. It's like, I found people.
I'm so
but
happy.
Not me. I'm just filthy.
And that's what I
you're nice
appreciate
too.
about you.
You're nice and filthy. So
Nice and filthy.
you guys are just awesome.
We're just gonna have to grab that meme just so I can just like flash it up as my thing.
Oh, I did that too. My first on-cam moment was Perfect Pancakes, and I was low-key freaking out. I told my hubs all about it afterwards.
Same. Like, you have no idea.
Just a reminder, November 11th. Not only is it Charlie's birthday on that day, but it is also my 1-year anniversary on AuthorTube. And I will be doing a giveaway on my stream that evening. So if you want a chance to win something just by being there and interacting, basically anybody that shows up and interacts, I'm going to write your name down with a number, and then I'm going to do a random number generator, and that's how I'm going to pick who wins the thing. I haven't decided what it is yet, but I have some ideas. But yeah, be there on the 11th at 11 p.m. on my channel. And then also make sure you're on all of Charlie's things for that day.
I don't know what all I'm going to be doing, but I do know that I told the hubby that for my birthday he's going to actually be on the stream. So I don't know if he'll just be in avatar mode or if he will actually be on camera or not, but
I only remember mine, Eva, because I went and looked because I was like, oh, you know what? I should do something for my 1 year. And so I had to go back and look at when my first live stream was, and it was on the 11th.
Well, now I have to see when my first one was. But, you know, the first one I ran isn't the first one I've ever been on because, I mean, we were in Alex for a while.
Yeah, so the first one that I was on Leora's channel, but the first one, I count my 1 year as the first one that I hosted, which is the 11th. So,
I want to start a thing now that is just the Real Housewives of AuthorTube, where every Saturday, like a Saturday or Sunday of the month, we just like sit and talk about being housewives and writers and make
that would be
different
fun
things.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get people all to do drama and sniping and backstabbing.
Well, I was serious. After your drunk stream the other night, I really want to do like a chicken pot pie bake off with you on it.
You're right. I can't make my chicken pot pie for a while because Jordan told me that he doesn't like it because I make it too often. So
rude.
I gotta like not make it for a little while and then have him start to miss it because it's amazing. And then he'll actually ask me like, "Hey, you haven't made chicken pot pie in a while. Why don't you make that?"
Because you said you didn't like it.
Like, this is your doing. Caitlin will try to make it, but has been busy with family stuff. If you can't make it, don't worry. Even if you just show up and like interact for a little while, you'll still be able to win the thing.
Oh yeah, Christina and I can continue our internet beef.
The accidental internet beef.
Oh, and the pronoun, it's probably going to be me. I love flipping tables. That's like my favorite thing. And I'm really clumsy, and sometimes I do it accidentally. So,
hi, Sako.
Hey, Sako. Hello. Oh my God! When you said beef like that, I just remember that old meme with the little girl. I smell like beef.
Oh goodness. Well, okay, so we only did 2 sprints, and we got 15 minutes until we hit 2 hours.
It is what it is. I knew what I signed up for.
I knew what I done signed up for.
We're doing what Karen Gravano and Dorita Davanzo did in season 2 of Mob Wives. I don't have cable. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I missed from last year? Nano Hose.
Nano Hose.
I missed that.
The Nano Hose was the shit.
What is the Nano Hose?
That was the group of us that, you know how people hop from stream to stream now? Mm-hmm. Well, last year,
that's when
there was only like 1 stream at a time.
Yeah.
So the same group was just together all day, hopping from stream to stream, and we were the Nano Hose.
Mm-hmm. Alec bounced. It was kind of their thing, yeah.
Which thing was kind of Alex's thing?
I don't know. Stream hopping, Nano Hose?
Oh, the Nano.
Maybe. I don't know. Alec basically was like, yeah, I don't want to be on AuthorTube anymore because drama. Basically.
It was me and Meadow and Alec and Persephone and Eva.
And
haven't seen Persephone for a while. And Leora.
And by the bay? By the something that has to do with ocean.
I don't recognize that name.
I haven't seen that person since last Nano.
Oh, and QWERTY and BBB.
Yeah, and
Hashtag compliment bondage.
Michael, Destiny. What? I feel like I missed something.
That was in the Sim stream today.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I had to dip out early, so.
I very much appreciate that meme, Charlie. We got rid of our Hulu for a while, a couple months ago. And it's like, I want to watch Letterkenny.
Oh, we are so
To be
addicted.
fair.
We have to be fair. We have trained our bar to sing in 5-part harmony anytime anyone says "to be fair."
To be fair.
That makes me so happy.
Fair, which was really funny because there was a group like celebrating like an anniversary or something, and one of them stood up and started giving a speech and said "to be fair," and the entire bar just "to be fair." And, like, the bartender and the hubby just like completely lost it, and they were like, "Huh, that was a weird musical accompaniment." But anyway,
one of my D&D players, I'm gonna challenge to make a character sheet for Wayne, and to in one of our one shots play as Wayne.
I will say that my birthday stream will be called the softest birthday stream ever. I'm just saying.
Well, my goal for Nano this year is not only to actually work on this project, but to bring back that community feeling that I had last year.
To bring back that love and feeling.
Bring back that love and feeling.
That
we got to I just lost my train of thought. We need to reunite the Nano Hose. That's what I wanted to say.
And it feels so good.
And that's what I appreciate about you. You say these things so I don't have to.
I know all the old songs too.
Busting makes me feel good.
Giggity.
And that's what I appreciate about you. You know, it's weird to me that like so many people like me because I was bullied hardcore in school because I was weird and nobody liked me.
Same.
See, but that's why the internet's awesome. We're all on the internet.
And then I get on here because that's why I procrastinated starting YouTube for so long because like I had been wanting to do it since 2016. But I like was like, nobody's gonna like me. Like it's fine. I'm just not gonna do it. And then when I finally decided to do it last year, and then now I've got like so many people that are like, oh my god, but you're so amazing and you're so nice and I love you. And I'm like, excuse me, what? What? Well, I don't understand this.
At least you chose to have a YouTube channel. I tripped and accidentally had a YouTube channel. Like it's all your accident. I don't know why I posted my first video. I have no memory of actually posting it, just my phone notifying me that I was getting likes. And I'm just like, okay, that's fun. And I signed up for the first write-a-thon that they did after taking a sleeping pill and didn't know that I did that until I got an email from Jessica Williamson. And I was like, well, I guess I have a YouTube channel now. Because apparently I saw one of her posts on Instagram and went, okay. So just be happy. You chose this.
Yes, I did choose.
I am the Lestat of AuthorTube.
Welcome to our ramblings.
Hello, Bella.
And Caitlin felt the same. Yeah, it's just weird, you know? It's just a weird feeling that I went from like nobody liking me to all of a sudden I've got all these subscribers that tell me I'm amazing. And I'm like, but this. And they're like, no, but this.
Like,
small towns are weird and they suck. And
yes, they are.
The internet is better.
Yes.
The internet is really, really great.
It's also for porn.
Eva. Ava.
I think they are daily.
Actually, they were. I scaled back a bit, and I actually did not do an episode this week because I was sick. So, and I'm also really, really mad because they took all my money away. But
yeah, they took all my money away. Mom, they took all my money away. I'm from a small town in Eastern Oregon. I'm from Western Oregon.
I'm from here. Literally the ass crack of Michigan.
Well, put the hand back up and then move your hand a little bit more towards, yep, there I am.
Yeah, I know. I probably have been past your apartment at least once. Because you said you live on Washtenaw, right?
Well, no, I live in that vicinity, but I don't live on.
Oregon fam, absolutely.
I may have been on the bus at the same time as you at one point, though. We may have been on the same bus together and never known.
And it's funny because Stephanie's talked about the town that Stephanie has talked about the town that her sister lives in, and that town is literally 15 minutes away from where I grew up and where my family still lives, and where I would go in to go to church and everything. So, and it's like very small town that nobody ever has really heard of. So, Oregon for Caitlin
people don't even believe this place exists.
I'm a plane ride away, like 8 to 9 hours, depending on where you're coming from.
Now, CB, aren't you Scotland?
Yes, let's say, aren't you in Scotland?
Yeah.
See, where I live is actually really, really well known, despite how small and shitty it is. Because there is a very prestigious school very close by that is very associated with it. So I won't say the name, even though remove that aspect and you'd never have any idea where this place is.
People only know about Oregon because of Portland, pretty much, and Crater Lake, and like that's it.
But Scotland's cool, CB. Scotland's where my ancestry's from.
Me too. Well, not all of my ancestry.
Part of mine.
On my mom's side, my grandma is half English, half Scottish. We're from the Mackenzie clan.
I'm from Clan Campbell of Argyll.
All my life, we thought that that we were English, and then I did the genealogy, and we're Dutch.
Oh, and Eugene, because U of O. You're right.
I did some genealogy into like my dad's mom's side because she had all of this like already written down and put together. It's like very, very British, Welsh, and then on my mom's side, the last names are Scottish and Irish. But like the British side has been here for so long that I found records of one of my ancestors being jailed in Salem for being a witch.
That means that my husband's ancestor helped try to free you, because we actually have his signature on a letter because he was one of the landowners that wrote the letter to stop the witch trials.
Oh, cool.
He's descendant from the Maoris.
Tia or Tamara? Oh, that's Maori.
I know that my grandma's half English, half Scottish. Grew up in Oxford, and then on my dad's side, or my grandpa was mostly German, and then on my dad's side, Scandinavian. So I'm a Scottish, Viking, German person.
Yeah, looking at us, you can see a lot of the Viking.
So my hair's blue right now, but it's naturally blonde.
I'm naturally blonde too. It's just really red because I don't like being normal.
I'm a little bit Native American, but not enough that I really claim it. Really, my grandfather's grandmother was 100% Blackfoot, so I think I'm at like an 8.
Sorry, it just reminded me of one of my favorite part Native American lines from all time. It's a skit from the Big Gay Sketch Show, and
Oh my goodness.
the old black woman was in a chair and talking about the civil rights movement, and she's like talking to the teacher who's white, and she's like, "You don't know anything about what you're talking about." The teacher's like, "I'll have you know I am 1/16 Cherokee," and the old woman was like, "That must have been quite a struggle for you growing up."
I remember that.
Grandma Belle was so funny. And what she did with Rosa Parks, in the reflecting pool.
I picked the wrong time to turn my camera back on.
I loved that show, and you can't find it anywhere now.
No.
I love Chicago style yoga. That son, your daddy left you.
Okay, I realized that a person in town that I thought didn't like me actually respected me because he found a clip of that show on a Johnny McGovern clip from that show on YouTube and brought it to me and said, "Am I homophobic for liking this?" And he put it because he was so like freaked out, and because he wasn't sure if it was gay people making gay jokes or if it was people making fun of gay people, and he wanted to make sure that it was okay. And I was like, "Oh, I got through to you."
Okay, my tangent for that show is over.
Sorry.
I don't really know much about any like famous people that I'm descended from or anything like that. But my sister, when she was looking into her ancestry, because my mom had her in high school, then met my dad and had me and my younger siblings. So her dad, she found out that she's a descendant from John Wilkes Booth from her dad's side. Or no, not John Wilkes Booth himself. No, it was the woman that like owned the inn where he stayed and like hated him or whatever. And she was like the first woman that was executed in the United States or something like that. Or the first woman that was hung or the last woman that was hung or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Something to do with her being executed because she like aided John Wilkes Booth in the assassination. So yeah.
Most famous person in my family history is one of my like great uncles. So many times removed is Daniel Boone. Like one of his siblings resulted in my dad's side of the family.
As far as I know, my most famous ancestor is Handel, who wrote the Messiah.
Ooh. Well, that explains so much. Does infamy count, or are we just talking about like good fame?
Infamy counts.
Because my great grandfather on my mom's side killed 2 of his wives.
Oh,
and
okay,
was like a noted serial murderer in Arkansas. So beyond that, you have to go all the way back to the Crusades. But
sorry.
So it's like this infamy. If infamy counts, I guess that would be the one I would have to.
I don't know, because most of my ancestors didn't really come like on the Mayflower or anything like that. They're like relative, like my grandpa's grandma was indigenous, but the rest of his family are German immigrants around that time. So and my grandma is a first generation immigrant, and I don't really know about my dad's side of the family. So I don't know.
Be right back. I gotta go check on Pie.
I don't know anything about myself, basically.
I know about my dad's side of the family back to the late 1800s when they arrived in this country from England to the north after the end of the Civil War. Which is ironic that my sister claims that the Confederate flag is the flag of her people. It's like, nope. We got here after that, and we didn't get to that part of the country.
This is the flag of my people, honey. You're not even from that part of the country, or even that year. So,
when that was going on, you were in England.
Which technically makes them a Confederate because the Confederacy did support England during the Civil War.
Only because of
the other way around.
Mutual benefits or something like that.
Yeah.
So, because I think the Confederacy promised to have like a treaty or something with England if they won.
Yep.
So
I mean, you could try to do like the technicality kind of. Yeah, the first Dorset in my family to come over here was an indentured servant who came over a couple years before the Revolution. So we've been here for a while.
Kaylin says that their Scottish ancestors came over as punishment for their part in the rebellion of 45.
That's awesome.
That sounds cool. To like know that about yourself and about your family. Maybe I should do like ancestry stuff. That'd be cool. And Sako was told that her family was samurai.
That's cool.
I'm a little nervous to actually do the ancestry because I very much like the idea of how British I am.
Right.
And like,
you don't want to be secretly Dutch like I am.
Yeah, I want to stay British Viking. I don't want the illusion of myself to be less ladylike.
I kind of am like the same. I'm like, but I get to imagine myself as a Scottish Viking. Like, leave me alone.
But see, the best part about doing the family history for me was every time my Aunt Karen gets all uppity, I can just start like telling family stories that I now know because I have the newspaper clippings. And I'm like, oh no, honey, our family's not great. Do you not remember great-great-grandpa and the sheep?
Secretly Dutch. Laura's ancestors came over with the Pilgrims during the Revolutionary War. Half were loyalists and moved to Canada, settling Ontario. The rest are total Yanks.
Yeah, but I don't claim that my family was full of good people. My clan, my family's clan over in Scotland was the one responsible for basically the Red Wedding.
From Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was us. We did that.
I have now pinpointed you in history. I know that of which you speak.
That was my family.
I know recent, like last few generations, I come from a fairly decently long line of pastors on my dad's side. So my dad was going to be a pastor, but got kicked out of Bible school.
Penumbra, I think you need to split those two concepts. Otherwise, that's kind of gross.
My dad's dad is a pastor. Both of my dad's parents were pastors, and both of my dad's mom's parents were pastors. Beyond that, I'm not sure. But lots of pastors.
Going to the bus stop to retrieve just to pick up the meat order. Wait.
Yeah, there definitely needs to be some punctuation between those two things. I mean, unless it's an Addams Family kind of a thing.
Yes, if your youngest is Wednesday Addams, then yes, you could be picking up the meat order from the school bus.
Very much so.
Picking up a frozen beef order from the neighbor. Okay, God, leave them alone.
But mine was funnier.
I did not really write anything today. Maybe I should just not do Nano. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've totally had like my double crisis this morning of like, why am I doing Nano? Why am I doing this Milwordy thing? Why am I doing any of this? Why?
Why?
Why am I publicly telling everybody how much I'm doing all the time? Why?
Penumbra says the bus stop is 3 miles away from their ranch. So the errands overlap.
That sounds like how I grew up.
Darn hooligans always exchanging meat at the bus stops.
I had very good rib roast. Want a rib roast?
Oh, I was thinking different kind of meat.
I know you were. I was trying to head it off with the pass.
Okay. So on a different note, if you haven't voted yet today, go do as such immediately. I have
a sticker.
I didn't get a sticker because I did my my mail-in ballot and then dropped it in the ballot box.
Actually, you can get a sticker. Colbert put up a site. I think, what is it? ivotedin2020.com where you can print out your own sticker. Oh. Because so many people are doing mail-in voting. They actually made
way to go, Colbert.
Yeah.
So if you haven't voted yet, go do it. Go do the voting.
Yes.
And if you have voted, then awesome. But for me, the ones that I am like most wanting to like discuss with people in general is the measures for my state that we had to vote on. So they have Measure 108 that 108 raises taxes on nicotine products, and then the extra money that you get in taxes from that goes into the public health program that we have in our state. And then, which I voted yes for. And then Measure 107 forces politicians that are campaigning to disclose where they're getting their funds and who's paying for their advertisements.
I like that.
Which I voted yes for. And then Measure 109 is, where are you? What are you? I can't remember. I voted for them, but I can't remember what they are. Measure 109 is making psychedelic mushrooms legal in my state.
Please?
Which I voted yes for.
Please, I will move to Oregon because no, psilocybin is very good for people with depression. You need somebody to watch you so you don't have a bad trip. But psilocybin and other entheogens have been shown to help people with anxiety and depressive issues, which is probably why in my teens, nobody knew I had them.
So I voted yes. Yes vote allows manufacture, delivery, administration of psilocybin as at supervised licensed facilities, and imposes a 2-year development period and creates enforcement, taxation system, advisory board, and administration fund. So it's basically run by the public health system that we have in my state, and they have 2 years to do it if it gets passed. But yeah, I voted yes on that one. And then what's the next one? And I think the next one was Measure 110, which a yes vote, which I voted yes for. A yes vote provides addiction recovery centers and services. Marijuana taxes partially finance it. It reclassifies possession of specified drugs and reduces penalties. So basically, somebody who gets caught with an ounce of meth that's like a meth addict, instead of getting thrown in prison, they would get sent to a treatment center for addiction recovery. And
it's
basically just like a citation rather than a prison sentence. I voted yes for that one too. So
as a recovering addict, that should not be criminalized. Mm-hmm. Like we need help. Need help.
There was some conservatives that were saying that we should vote no for it because it would make drugs legal, and it says in the bill it doesn't make drugs legal. It just reduces the penalties for a normal person that gets addicted to drugs. Instead of punishing them and ruining their life, you help them and help them recover. And it's like, it doesn't make drugs legal because like drug dealers are still going to get major prison sentences and stuff. It's just for the victims of the drugs.
There's a difference between decriminalization and legalization. Those are two completely different things. And we can see this in Portugal. Portugal decriminalized every drug. Mm-hmm. And now they've been able to start getting things under control because they set up needle exchanges where you're offered treatment, and people will take it. Trust me, as somebody who had a problem, you don't want to have a problem. You just don't see a way out. Yeah. There's no easy way out. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I hope that passes.
Yeah, I think all of the measures that were on the ballot for my state this year were good. So,
yeah.
Like, as somebody who used to smoke, for the Measure 108 that increases the taxes on nicotine, I know a lot of people, especially smokers, are going to complain about it because, like, oh, our nicotine's going to be more expensive now, but it's going to stop more people from smoking, and that money, that extra tax revenue, goes into the healthcare system. So, like, I don't really see anything wrong with it.
And just as a protest, because, like, our state senator, like, not the one running for, like, U.S. Congress, but the state assembly, was running unopposed, and I literally wrote in Satan because I would rather have the devil than that person. And I just because there was no one else to vote for because nobody ran against him, which is a sad commentary on our country. Like, nobody should run unopposed for anything. Like, it's not really a choice if there's not a choice.
Mm-hmm. Your boyfriend's father complained about the nicotine one, or I think that's the one I was just talking about just now. So yeah, that one I'm not totally sure if that one would get passed, but I think the other ones are pretty likely to get passed. So
the things on my ballot were not really that interesting. It was all like Parks and Rec.
Yeah, our measures were pretty good this year. There was another one that they were talking about that didn't end up on the ballot, that was restructuring the forestry department and the maintenance of the forests in Oregon, which I think is really important because of all the freaking wildfires we just had, because well-maintained forests do not burn as rapidly as non-well-maintained forests, and our forests right now are horribly maintained. But that one didn't end up on the ballot for some reason. So
the one that I hope passes in our state is an absolute ban on lobbyists giving gifts to elected officials. Like, none. Zero. Yeah. You cannot receive a gift anymore. I'm hoping that one passes. It also had a corollary in there that not only could you no longer receive gifts, but it put a hard limit on how much the campaigns can raise from out-of-state donations. Because that's a big problem in our state, is
out-of-state donations.
Yeah.
Okay, Christina's comment here correct me up. Bailey came and yelled "ah" at me, and I awed back. And with the lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch, she shushed me.
Can I say, I kind of want you to write a fake children's book called "The Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of This Bitch." Like, like, it needs to be like a pseudo, like, Dr. Seuss book.
It'll be on this. It'll be on the shelf next to Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Yes, I really need this in my life.
And I'm now a part of the family. Bailey pointed at you and said, "Mommy?" I said, "No, that's Meadow." She said, "Daddy?" I said, "No, that's Meadow. You are now a part of the family." Oh.
Hey, I'm Noelle's daddy.
She seems to think so sometimes. Oh, speaking of Noelle, hold on just a moment.
Yeah, we haven't heard any screeching for a while.
Hi, baby. She's actually being good. She's just snuggled up on the couch in a blanket watching cartoons.
Nice.
I think that's just because she's sick. She doesn't really feel like being a hellion lately.
I was going to make a Queen Daddy reference, but I didn't. I just turned my camera and mic off so I could say it. without anyone hearing me.
Has to find where she found the quote to credit them. An outright ban on fireworks. The only ban on fireworks that Oregon has is anything that shoots more than like 10 feet, I think, is illegal.
I just want them to go after the people that are driving around in their trucks shooting fireworks at things, because that's been happening a lot around here lately. That they have the mortar rounds, like not even like bottle rockets, like the actual mortars that they're driving around and firing them out of the back of trucks at properties.
That's really annoying.
That needs to stop. That has to stop.
Need advice on the novel. It takes place during the 1800s. What specifically are you looking for advice on? Because that's very vague.
Yes.
Like,
my advice
were
would be
not torturous. You can run in a corset.
Oh.
Corsets didn't suck as much as
they really
the world
did.
Want you to think. Like, you wore a linen thing underneath it, and it just held the boobs up, and yeah, you couldn't move in certain ways, but
they were
functioned
usually
for so many years.
And they usually were like fitted specifically for your body.
They would mold themselves more to your body over time. They were very comfortable. If somebody in your book is getting tight-laced, make sure somebody's being like, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
Yes, because tight-lacing is not really a thing.
That is something the extra girls would do.
We stand breast support.
Meadow?
Yeah.
Do you have a merch store that can, like, I would definitely buy a t-shirt that says "We stand breast support."
Like, there are so many good resources for like 1800s costuming online. Pick an era. What specific decade are you looking for? There is people that will help you. Like, there is the clothes is really what's going to make it and what's really going to sell somebody looking for that kind of historical authenticity. Like the crinolines, the cages dresses, those were actually a very big new thing that people were really excited to see, because previously it had just been like thousands of layers of linen petticoats and it was a problem. And
for additional resources on historical costuming, I would like to direct you to Bernadette Banners, as well as blanking
Meme
on her
Mom.
Name. Yeah, Meme Mom. I'm blanking on her name.
Carolina. She is from Poland. She has so much like actual very well researched stuff. I love her. There's somebody else I really like that does that stuff too.
I was gonna give
already got Bernadette.
Other advice.
Okay, Jace, what's your advice?
I was gonna say find out nail down your location and, like Spence said, your decade, and look up the news of the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to nail down what was going on, and that way you can just have a sense of, the world you're writing in.
And also, Wikipedia has good year articles, so you can get a sense of what was going on around the world and in specific places, which would be also a good place to just start research for something like that.
It takes place in 1881. It has been reading books from that time period, and I've been looking at the language and studying the advancements and fashion. So 1881 is good to like just do all the main events that happened that year, as well as like maybe the first several years prior to that. Like,
and remember, this was the period of apocalypticism. Spiritualism was very big. Many religious movements around the world, especially in the Northeast United States and in Britain, were saying that the world was going to end in 1888 and started proclaiming that a couple years prior to that. So this was a topic of discussion in a lot of places, usually in derision, but it was kind of a running joke, kind of like Y2K was for a lot of people. Oh yeah, but the world's ending in 1888, so why does it matter? Like you see a lot of references like that in the time and around that time. So that's another. thing to bear in mind.
I was doing research for a historical setting for one of my books, and that's set in, I can't remember what specific year it is now, but I wanted it set around in the 1600s-ish, but I hadn't figured out what year. So I just started going through the entire century and like looking at the main events until I found one that like, I was like, oh my God, this would be the perfect thing. But since you already know what year it is, you don't have to do that much, but I even went as far as to look into what flag, because it's set in England in during the Great Plague and / the Great Fire of London. And I even went in as far as look at what flag they had at the time and what the relations between like what the like the people, the everyday people of the country versus like the royalty or like England and Scotland, because they were merged at that point, but not for very long, and like how they felt about each other and stuff. So world relations is definitely important too.
And this was also the period of the Rippers, because newspapers were really popular to be read. Literacy was spreading amongst the masses, so sensational news was really big. And you had not only Jack the Ripper in 1888 in London, but you also had various Ripper stories in Baltimore, Chicago, and around that they could tie to a serial killer. It was like, and some of the serial killers were made up, where they just took unassociated murders and
tied them together.
And tied them together so that they could have their own local Ripper story that they could run in the paper. That was very common in the 1880s.
Okay, Bella says 1880s was the second bustle period, meaning dresses were slim with tight sleeves with the volume in the back. More women were going to schools and college, and light bulbs had just been commercialized.
I would like to point out that in 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no. She should already have started. Heather should be starting.
In 10 minutes. I've got it up. It's in 10 minutes, and I'm going to need to head over there. Yeah.
Well, why don't we, because we're already like 30 minutes almost over the 2 hours, so why don't we do some outros and end this shindig, and then I can just send people over to Heather's stream. So, Haley, we can start with you.
I don't really have an outro, but I am Spence on the internet. You can follow me on my 2 Instagrams, uncanny.artistry, that is just art, and at a basic absurdity, which is 50% vintage inspired selfies and 50% pictures of bread at this point. I also have a Twitter by the same handle, and that's all. Sometimes I post videos.
Awesome.
Sometimes.
Bread selfie.
Just selfies with you holding baguettes, all artistic like.
All right. I am Jace Maxwell.
Okay.
I'm Jace Maxwell. I'm on Facebook as Jace Maxwell. I'm on Instagram as author Jace Maxwell. I am an author of urban fantasy. I'm an editor for Rose City Editing at rosecityediting.com. I do sim streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, plus a Super Sims 3-play stream with Meadow and Cat on Wednesdays. And my live streams for productivity are on Saturday afternoons at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Hello, my name is Charlie. My name is Charlie. I stream on my channel on Wednesdays and Fridays. I also do a lot of podcasts and stuff. You can find it all linked from the channel. But Natalie Locke and I are going to be doing a live stream in December on how to build your author platform and how to understand YouTube analytics. So if anybody has any questions, please send them to us. That way we can make sure that we can answer them. That way, if it's a question that we don't know the answer to, we can look it up and have answers prior to the stream. We will, of course, be taking questions on the stream as well. But best way to guarantee that we have an answer is to send it in.
Is to get it ahead of time.
Yeah.
All right, is that everything
And-
for you?
Yeah, that
Seems like you usually have to say.
yeah, I usually go on for a long time, and then just like right now, I'm just like, I don't know, I do YouTube and stuff.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. My name is NaNoWriMo. I will be streaming every single day of the month of November at 11 p.m. Eastern, as well as I'm going to continue to do my usual Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. So Tuesday, you'll get two writing streams from me. And then tomorrow, starting at noon Eastern on Cat Leo's Twitch, then going to Jace's YouTube and Twitch, and then going to my YouTube. Is the Sims 4 3 play, so that will be episode 6. So,
Sims 3 4 play.
if you are have been following along with that, and you want to keep watching, that happens tomorrow. The actual gameplay portion starts at 4 p.m. Eastern on my channel, and then on November 11th, I will be giving away something on my channel to celebrate my 1 year on AuthorTube. So if you want to have the possibility of winning whatever that thing happens to be, just be at that stream and interact. That's all you got to do, and you'll be entered. So, and I'll announce whoever's winning like at the end of the stream. So that's it for me. Oh, roasted editing, but you already said that. So yeah, that's it for me. Devin also put the link to HK's streaming, because they're still streaming, and then I put in the link for Heather's stream. So those are 2 places that you can go to continue doing writing and such. Murder is imminent.
Yes. So much matter. Orla must be pleased.
So there you go. And thank you, everybody, for being here. And if you want to see me again later today, I will be streaming again at 11 p.m. Eastern. Goodbye.